Hi everyone, this is our teen books segment for Read Woke. Each episode will focus on 3 great books. Reading diversely helps to expand your mind and your heart. This month we're looking at Asian American voices. Thanks for joining. Parachutes is the term used for children of rich Asian families who are dropped off to go to school in the United States. Claire becomes one after her family insists that she attends an American high school to give her an advantage. All the cool kids are doing it, after all. She is placed with a host family. Claire and her new host sister, Danny de la Cruz, could not be more different, and neither of them is thrilled with the situation. Danny and her single mother work hard just to make it by, which is the only reason Claire is there, for the money. To Danny, Claire is just some entitled rich kid. But life is hard on everyone in different ways, and the girls realize that they might need each other. Parachutes feels like reading Crazy Rich Asians for teens at first, but as it continues, you see the girls are dealing with much deeper problems in their lives, including poverty and abuse. Danny struggles to keep everything balanced in her life while constantly on the brink of collapse. The one thing getting her through has now turned into something dark. It feels like there's nowhere to turn. Meanwhile, Claire is facing her own challenges with acceptance and toxic love. The supporting cast of friends and schoolmates is also strong. They're dealing with poverty, sexual abuse, and acceptance as well. It takes everyone coming together and speaking up to finally realize enough is enough. One of the most powerful pieces of this book is the author's note at the back. In this note, Kelly Yang talks about her own trauma and how it changed her. This note is heartbreaking. I couldn't put this book down. I felt for all the characters, but until I read her note, it was just another book. After that, it was all too real. It's just a sad reminder that we all need to be there for each other and reach out even if nothing seems to be wrong. We never know what someone is going through and how we might help them. Parachutes is Kelly Yang's debut into YA literature. She also wrote Front Desk about an immigrant family navigating through their life. Why is this book reading woke? We have main characters that are Asian and Hispanic Americans, supporting cast members that are LGBTQIA, and it was written by an Asian American author. Dragon Hoops is the story of a basketball team and the dream they have of winning big. That's just the surface, though. Narrated by Jean Luen Yang, while he teaches and writes comics on the side, Dragon Hoops follows the basketball team on their quest for the elusive state championship. Every team member is important. The coaches are important. Yang, although the central character, often takes a back seat to everyone else as he works to tell their stories. Throughout the book, Yang also weaves the history of basketball and the oppression that is often seen by its players. This book is full of diverse characters and tells so many stories, which is Yang's driving force for this graphic novel. I'm not a basketball fan or a sports fan, but this book kept me immersed because of the stories that needed to be told. As important as telling these stories is, this is really a book about basketball. Fans of the sport may even find more enjoyment than I did because they'll recognize the history and the terms. That being said, everyone can connect to this graphic novel for one reason or another. Jean Luen Yang is a well-known graphic novel author. He writes about Asian Americans in most of his books. Probably one of his most famous graphic novels is American-Born Chinese. His books are decorated with awards. He's also had a hand in iconic series like Superman and Avatar: The Last Airbender. Why is this book reading woke? It has a diverse cast, an Asian American author, and it celebrates the people who broke barriers throughout history to make the sport of basketball what it is today. Everyone loves Warcross. It's the name of the book, but it's also the sport that the world of the future revolves around. Emika Chen lives a dangerous life collecting small-time bounties for people profiting illegally off of this game. She's also a talented hacker, and on the biggest night of Warcross, she inadvertently causes a glitch and lands in the middle of the action. Emika is called to meet with Hideo Tanaka, the game's creator. He offers her a way out of her life of poverty and into the heart of the action. Doesn't mean it's any less dangerous, though. I'll let you read the book to find out what happens next. This book is basically the perfect YA novel. It's got action, a dystopian society, technology, romance, a diverse cast of characters, and, of course, a teenage girl who is supposed to save everyone. Imika is pretty much the main character of every insert YA novel title here, and Warcross makes that its strength. It's simply a fun read. You're dropped into a futuristic world where everyone lives online and has a screen in front of them. So maybe not so futuristic, I guess. The action is just enough, the romance is just enough, and the heroine is just enough. I really liked this book because of that. It's just fun. One of the biggest selling points for this book is the main character and the supporting cast being so incredibly diverse. Even if Warcross is similar to a lot of other YA novels, it's a standout simply because of that. Marie Lu is a powerhouse YA author, and this is what she writes. Some of her other titles include The Legend Trilogy, which is dystopian future society where two teenagers from opposite sides of a war come together to save the day, and The Young Elites, dystopian society with a plague where teenagers from opposite sides of society come together to save the day. She writes these books well, and they are always bestsellers. Why is this book reading woke? Our cast features many ethnicities and differently abled people. There is LGBTQIA representation, and it's also set in Tokyo for some of the story. Marie Lu is also a diverse author. Want to join the conversation? Connect with us on Facebook. Let us know what books you're reading that are woke in the comments.